is it down here? Woo! Make a lot of noise for Renee! Isn't this great?
Hey! We're out here in Indianapolis at the Indy 500 with the best ABC daytime fan. You guys, give us a cheer! Woo!
One more time, show them some love. Adriana!
Rex.
I thought...
How about this time you put the deadbolt on?
Right.
I miss you so much, Duke. You said you'd give me everything I always wanted. I guess this is it. This is what I've always wanted. To have a baby. That's not Kevin's baby, is it? It's yours. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this. This is supposed to be the happiest day of my life, and I don't know how to feel. What's Kevin gonna do when he finds out? What am I gonna do?
You made it. Excuse me. Okay, Vickers, you don't want to talk in public. It doesn't get much more private than this. Come on. You already admitted you shot him. I just want to know the story, beginning to end.
You already know most of it.
I want to hear it from you. I want to hear about my dad's last day on this earth from the man who took it from him.
You sure?
I have thought about it so many times.
Yeah, me too. Like a million times. I wanted to wait till the right moment.
I don't want to wait any longer, Rex. Make love to me.
I'm aware that this is probably going to sound shallow, but it wasn't just your life and your family's lives that were affected that night. I've been running a long time, but not anymore. I'd like to say what happened that night out loud to you.
I'm not your priest, man. None of what you're doing gets you off the hook with the man upstairs or anybody else.
John,
What?
you want to know what happened to your father, right? Don't scare him off.
Maybe that's exactly what he needs.
No. You need him to tell you what happened, all of it. This is not just about peace for him.
Okay, Vickers, let's see what you have to say. But there's someone else who should be here. Someone else that needs to know what happened the night my father died.
How did you fall anyway?
I have to walk.
Okay, but not on your own.
I have to walk from Matthew.
I know it's frustrating.
It's impossible. I miss too much.
Split the difference. You take it easy tonight. I promise I will step up your physical therapy in the morning. I'm sorry, I have to take this call. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Dr. McBain here.
Hey, Mike. Look, can you come over to my place right now?
Yeah, sure. Is everything okay?
I just can't get into it over the phone, all right? Can you make it?
Yeah.
Good. We'll wait. My brother lost his dad that night, too. He deserves to hear this as much as I do.
Nora, I'll see you tomorrow.
My leg.
Tomorrow. Okay.
It's good to see you doing so well, Nora.
You too. I heard about the accident.
I know it's been a long time since we've talked.
Since before the aneurysm.
I don't know. How much of that you remember?
I fought with Bo about you.
I'm sorry to bust right in here, but, I practically had to beat down the door.
I know, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, well, that kid's got a major set of pipes, and I think the building is painfully aware of it.
I know, I'm so sorry. I thought maybe he might have a fever, and then I have to take him to the hospital, and then I checked his wet diaper, but it's not wet, and I fed him, and I don't know what else. I don't know what's going on, Roxy.
He's a baby, that's what's going on.
Yes, but he's been screaming like this for an hour. How do I get him to shut up? I'm sorry, come on.
Hey, you got a vacuum cleaner?
Yes, it's back in the bathroom. What do you need that for?
No, just leave it to me, okay? All right, just, stop worrying, just suck it up.
What? Tommy. All right, Tommy. Come on, please. Mommy will do anything you want.
Hey, baby.
It seems to be working. Us singing.
Okay, well, wait a minute. This will really do it.
What are you doing with that thing anyway? Come on, baby Tommy.
Ta-da!
How did you know to do that?
I ought to hold them for a couple of hours.
Wow.
Yeah. See, when Natalie was a baby, she was a real screamer. Boy, not a lot has changed. And it was like a trial and error thing, and I figured out through the process of illumination. I would do anything to keep her trap shut.
Yeah, I'm not even going to ask what you had to do with Rex.
Ah, that wasn't too bad. I threw him up in the air a couple of times. He was good to go.
How many times did you drop him?
Oh, once or twice. Well, it didn't seem to do him any harm.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess not. Thank you for helping me with Tommy. At least now I know that there's nothing wrong with my baby, right? There's nothing wrong with you.
Hey,
You're
Marcy,
just being crazy.
I got a news flash for you.
Yeah?
He's not your baby.
What's wrong?
I'm going to shoot myself for this later, but I can't do this.
Rex, if you're worried about protection, don't. I thought of that.
No, I did too. I've been ready for this for a while, but...
What?
As much as I want to do this, and I still do, I really do. I would be a jerk if I made love to you right now.
Why?
I lied to you, Adriana.
Well, what did you lie about?
Us being here. It's part of a plan.
What plan?
You know how I told you that we were going to the Bayberry Inn?
Yeah, you told just about everybody who would listen.
Including the stalker.
Wait a minute.
I figured that he might have followed you to the country club. So I set him up into thinking we were going to the Bayberry. And that's why when I knew he wasn't tailing the car, I doubled back into town and we came here.
So, this whole thing was a plan to catch the stalker?
My hunch turned out to be right. He showed up at the Bayberry. I have a guy there waiting for him.
He caught him?
No. The creep took off, but my guy went after him. I'm hoping we catch this sicko tonight.
Why didn't you just tell me all this before?
I didn't want to freak you out. I'm sorry. I didn't want our first time to be because of some lie or because we were thrown together. I want it to be special. I hope you understand.
Like hell I do.
What were you doing, Kelly? Telling Duke how much you loved him? Maybe how guilty you feel because he took the hit for you?
Well, obviously you've been drinking.
No, actually, I was in the church just trying to find some comfort.
Did you find any?
No. No, apparently my welcome has run out with the guy upstairs. I was here before. You know, I can't seem to stop coming here. I mean, I come here every day. I walk up to his gravesite to the... I think maybe today, you know, he won't be there. Maybe I'll wake up from this nightmare. You know, realize it was a dream and that Duke is still alive.
I wish he were.
And I wish she hadn't slept with him. My mom was here earlier. She kept trying to convince me that there was meaning in Duke's death. Because we loved him, he would live on. Yeah. All I can think about is that he's gone. And there's nothing left of him.
That's not true.
I tried to tell you back then. I never intended to take your place with Matthew.
Aneurysm?
Yeah, well, it can do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I contributed to that.
Upset to that, not now. I don't. Matthew told me you helped him. You told him the truth.
Well, not about everything.
He said you and Bo broke up?
Well, actually, we're gonna try to make another go of it. I don't know how. It's a little complicated, but we both want it to work.
Good, I'm glad.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I really need your help.
Michael, come on in.
What's he doing here?
Vickers decided to come clean. I thought you'd want to hear his confession.
Yeah.
I would. Okay. We're all listening.
The first thing you need to know is I wasn't acting alone.
Okay, I don't want to hear Duke will live on in our hearts crap, okay, especially from you. I don't need it, okay? Because I feel him around me every day. All the time. I walk by his room and I can still see him there. His stuff is everywhere. It's in the mansion, it's in the office, it's... You know what I do? I call his voicemail just to hear him say, leave a message. I can't cancel it. I paid the bill the other day. I just can't come to grips with the idea of a future without him in it. There'll be no milestones for him. He'll never fall in love again. He's never gonna get married, never gonna have children. There's no legacy. I will have no grandchildren to bounce on my knee. Just like me, there will be no one to carry on for him.
Karen, there's something I should tell you.
This is going to be hard when child services rips him out of your arms and gives him to somebody else. But you know, Marcy, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to happen, you know, because a baby can really put a cramp in your love life. And you two are newlyweds, you know, and that should be the time when your love life is really smoking.
Look, I think that Michael and I can handle being newlyweds and raising a baby.
So you're saying you're not going to give the baby back?
Look, I thought you'd understand why I wasn't completely honest with you.
I do. And I love you for it. What I don't get is you not wanting to be with me because of some maniac. Rex, I don't care how we got here. All I care about is that we're here and we're together, and it doesn't get any more perfect than that. At least not for me.
But I wanted to give you champagne and flowers and...
Just give me you, Rex. You know, people say it all the time, but it's true. Life is short. And I don't want to waste another day, another minute, not having been together. I love you, Rex. I really do. And I just want to show you how much.
Wow. I love you too. I didn't think that I ever could. I mean, love somebody again. But this... You, I just don't want to screw it up.
My help?
See, Bo is doing everything he can to fight the charges against him.
Spencer behind this?
Yes, that's right. Spencer set the whole thing up.
Because of you?
Oh, gosh, no. He has been over me for years. I mean, if he ever loved me, which I highly doubt. But he's really smart. It's going to be very hard to trip him up.
If anyone can.
Right.
It's Bo, you know.
If anyone can, Bo can,
yeah.
But Bo's going to need a lot of support, and I may not be here to give it to him.
Why?
Well, I may be going to prison for my part in Thomas McBain's death.
I know it sounds like I'm trying to pass the buck here, but I'm not.
Then what are you talking about?
As good as your father apparently was, my father was the polar opposite. The two of you may have grown up trying to be just like your dad. Well, I did the very same thing. My exception is that Ned Truman was someone not to be emulated. When he died, Spencer and I inherited what I guess you would call the family business. Part of that business was making book. That night, I went on a collection run. I carried a gun because I wanted to be just like my old man. I took the money. I I was running out, and that's when your father arrived. He was in plain clothes, but he said he was with ACPD. I got scared. I hightailed it out of there, and he followed.
Then you killed him in cold blood.
I didn't mean to.
What happened next? Did he say anything before you fired?
He said something about his sons.
So I'm going to say 4 characters' names, and you scream the loudest for who you think Evangeline should be with, because she's got to be with somebody. Come on. John! Okay. Christian! Todd! Woo! And finally, Nash! I love my job.
What'd he say, Vickers?
He told me to freeze. I didn't. I ran, but then I stopped. Just for a split second, I was trying to figure out which way to go, and that's when he called out to me again.
Freeze! Don't do this, kid. You got your whole life ahead of you.
And then he told me about you.
Look, it's Christmas. I got 2 boys waiting for me. Let's make this easy on both of us. Just drop the gun.
That's it. That's what happened.
The situation with Tommy is only temporary. I am well aware of that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't mean you're okay with it.
I am okay with it. Totally. I mean, why are you looking at me like that? Look, I knew going into it that it wasn't going to be permanent.
Yeah, right. Who are you trying to convince?
Well, even if I wanted to keep him, we can't keep him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, look, I'm no one to judge. You know, it's just I know how attached you can get to those little boogers. You know, it happened with Natalie, and she wasn't even mine. So I just want to tell you, when you have a kid and you need some advice, you can come to me. You can have your own Mr. Spock.
I'll remember that when I beam him up to sick bay. Forget it. It doesn't matter. Forget it. Goodbye.
Yeah, well, I'm going to miss this cute little thing hanging around here. See ya.
Bye. Yeah. Me too.
People keep secrets for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes it's because they care too much.
Yes, I know.
So then you'll forgive Bo.
You love him, don't you?
Yes, I do.
The wait?
You think? Look what you said before. If something ever happened to one of us, it's not going to. I'm never going to let anything happen to you, Adrian.
What about you? Who's going to keep you safe?
I can take care of myself. I've got too much to live for. Much as I hate to do this, it might be about the stalker.
Go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Got away?
That's true, I went cold.
Did you guy get a look at him at the Bayberry Inn?
No. It was too dark. The guy had his head down. Like I couldn't make out his face. Damn, this whole plan was a bust.
Not totally.
I wanted to get this guy tonight. I want you to feel safe again.
I felt safe when we were making love.
How would you like to feel safe again?
I've heard it all before, Kelly, okay? You're sorry. You wish you could go back in time. You love me and only me. You and Duke made a mistake. It's just...
You should listen to...
Why? Why should I listen to you?
What your mom said about...
My mom's got no idea. All right, yeah, she lost Megan, I know, but she didn't send her to her death. Hey, her daughter didn't screw around with her husband the way my son did with you. I'm going to have to deal with this. With Duke's death and the way this happened for the rest of my life.
So will I. Bo and I aren't really broadcasting the fact that we might get back together.
Because of Spencer?
Yeah, Spencer, and also it could be confusing to Matthew. You know, especially if I have to go to prison.
Thank you for thinking of my son.
He's amazing.
He's the best.
Listen, I hope that you keep trying to walk. You know, determination is a huge part of the battle.
Baggage?
What'd you do with the gun?
It felt hot, like it was burning. I got rid of it as fast as I could.
Where?
I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
Everything that happened after I opened my eyes and saw what I did is a blur. I ran. I've been running ever since. That's what happened. Now you know.
Where are you going?
I did what I came here to do.
What you should do is change your plea to guilty.
That was not part of the deal.
There is no deal. You want to clear your conscience? Stop running, be a man, and see this through to the end.
I'm not going back to prison.
That's just too damn bad, isn't it?
Anybody ask? This conversation never happened.
We all heard you.
I'll say it was coerced.
You want coercion? I'll show you coercion.
I'll handle this. Because you can do this, you have to.
So they'll go easier on me? Maybe give me life instead of a needle?
You'll go easier on yourself? I'll be at the courthouse tomorrow at 1 o'clock. With the judge and the DA. I think you should be there too.
Not making any promises.
Do you think he'll go?
If he wants to save what's left of his soul, he will. If not, he can go to hell. Hey, you okay?
It's all just so real, you know?
All over again.
I need to be with my wife.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
I'll be at the courthouse tomorrow. I promise.
Okay.
Late for vacuuming, huh? Marcy. Marcy.
I'm not gonna wake him up. He likes it. It calms him down. Roxanne taught me that trick. Can you believe it?
Yeah, well, that's cool. You should share that with Child Protective Services tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What are you talking about tomorrow?
Well, you remember, we're meeting with them tomorrow. They found a new home for Tommy.
Yeah. Right. That's right. I just didn't realize that it was so soon that we were meeting with them. So, where you been? I thought you were supposed to be, here about an hour ago. You've been off shift for about an hour now, so.
I was at John's. Mm-hmm. We just heard David Vickers admit to shooting my father.
I'm sorry. It must have been really hard.
You can't imagine. There was one good thing about it, though. It was good to be able to put a picture to what happened. It sort of closed the book on it for me. I'm not so sure about John, though.
You okay? Look, I know you're worried, and if David doesn't change his plea, we all three heard him confess.
It was inadmissible.
I know. But now you know what happened to your dad.
Maybe.
You think David's lying?
No, he was telling the truth. I'm just not sure that was all of it.
Why do you think that David wasn't telling the whole truth?
A feeling. Like there's still something more.
What could it be?
I wish I knew.
Look, there's really nothing we can do until tomorrow in court. I think maybe you could put it to bed for the night?
I don't know.
Can you try? For me?
Shed the clothes that become my skin. See a light that burns within my needing. I wish I'd chosen darkness from cold. I wish I'd screamed out loud instead of found no meaning. Choose between heaven and so close from fear. I guess it's time I want for away. Find comfort in pain. All pleasure's the same. It just keeps me from trouble. Trouble, it's more than just words. It's just tears and rain. Tears and trouble, it's more than just words. It's just tears and rain.
On the next One Life to Live.
I like having you depend on me.
I don't. I'm doing this for us. He hasn't been coming back.
Jess, what's wrong? I don't love you.
You're lying.